there, and it was 2004. I had lost all the money in 2000, the crash of 2000,
Mhm.
2001, which was the tech bubble burst. So I
Mhm.
was now broke. So I had barely any money, and like I had to sell my car. So now I'm basically walking around LA and taking the bus in LA, and
Wow.
I'm now 30, uh 30, Jesus, 34, 33. Like, I'm not young. I'm not a kid in my 20s. Now I'm a broke dude in his 30s. My friends, like, are now getting married and
Right.
making money, and there a lot of them in Chicago were in real estate, and real estate was crushing, so they're all making money and buying houses with their wives. And I'm sitting here just riding the bus in LA and moving down from apartment to apartment to like shittier apartments. So it was
That
pretty
sounds like
depressing.
my life during COVID.
Yeah, it was depressing.
Yeah.
And so when I kept writing scripts, but nothing was really happening. So I kept saying, like, oh, fuck, I got to get out of this. I got to stop. Like, this is now an addiction. Like,
Mhm.
this is just like, this is hopeless. Like, I'm sitting here writing lottery, spending all my time writing lottery tickets that are never going to, I mean,
Mhm.
this is bad. And my parents were like, what are you doing? All your friends are doing great. What do everyone was
Yeah.
worried. People were worried. I'm walking around. I'm walking all day with a Discman. I mean, it was before digital music. I had a Sony Discman and
Before
mixed
the
disc.
iPod.
Yeah, I'd
Did
walk
you have like
everywhere.
a CD case in your
Yeah, yeah,
backpack? A
yeah.
huge
No,
one? Yeah,
yeah. I was like,
me too.
and so I decided, okay, I'm almost done writing scripts. I'm gonna go back into finance. I'm gonna be a stockbroker. So I took my Series 63 and Series 7. I took a class.
Oh,
I would
wow.
take a bus to downtown LA and take this class, and then I passed my Series 63 and Series 7. So I was gonna be, I was past it. So I was a licensed broker dealer of securities. Um, and so I was kind of shifting out of Hollywood, but there was no real job, waiting for me. But I had to like figure out how to, get a job in finance now that I was, qualified. And at the same time, I was pretty much like done with script writing. I was like 1 foot out the door, and I was really broke. And I had lost my agent; had dropped me at the time, and so I had a project that I had sold to Fox a few years ago that was dead, not getting made. And Business Affairs called me, and I was really broke. And Business Affairs called me because I didn't have an agent. So Fox Business Affairs called me, and they were like, "We have an option. We couldn't get in touch with you. We didn't, we we had to get your personal number because I guess you're not represented." I'm like, "I'm not represented. I'm like, I'm not even a thing in Hollywood. Like, I'm a fucking loser. Trust me. It's amazing you found me." And so, I'm in a 1 bedroom apartment about to be a studio, and I have to walk everywhere with my Discman.
I don't have enough money to buy batteries.
Literally. So they're like, so this thing we have this project, that the option is up, and we're going to extend it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And in my head, I thought, oh, I think that they're extending. I think I get $4,000, and so that was huge. And I said, so
Mhm.
you guys have. They're like, yeah. How do you want us to send you a check? And I'm like, it's $4,000. And the woman, I remember this. This was like a definitive moment in my life. And the woman on the phone's like, no, it's not. It's not $4,000. It's $38,000.
Holy shit.
And I was like, broke down in tears. And I'm like, I'll come get it. And she's like, we're in Century City. I'm like, I'll walk over and get it. If you want to print the check, I'll be there in 2 hours. And I walked from Westwood to Century City with my Discman to pick up a check for $38,000, which was a lifesaver. And on that walk, I thought, okay, well, this is fortunate. Maybe, okay, I had this one script idea in my head for a few years, and I'm like, maybe now that I have this money, I could write this thing. But I didn't want to write in LA. It was a New York story. I had this kind of love affair with New York. I love New York. And so I'm like, walk on this walk to pick up this money, and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to take this money, and I'm going to go to New York. I'm going to live in New York this summer. This was like spring of 2004, 19 years ago. And I'm like, I'm going to live in New York, and I'm going to write this script, and then I'm going to, spend the money to write this script, and then I'm out because no one wants my shit. No one's going to want this. but I'm going to get it out of my system. I get to write it in New York. It's a New York story. I'm going to be in New York. It's going to, summer of love in New York, and I'm going to write this thing, and then I'm done. Like, this shit is my Hail Mary. I'm fucking out because this shit's ridiculous. And so I did. I got the money. I went to New York, and I wrote that script, and that was the script that
The Only Living Boy in New York.
Yeah, that was Only Living Boy in New York, and I got signed. I came back from New York, and I worked with a producer had gotten a hold of it, named Albert Berger and Ron Yerxa. They're a team. They're good producers, and we worked on the script together. They gave me a bunch of notes, and we did some rewrites, and then they gave it to their agents at CAA, which still is, but at the time still was, is huge, the biggest agency at the time. Now it's one of them. It's up. It is still probably that and WME. And they were like, our agents just love this script and they want to meet with you and sign you, and that was it. And then I signed with them, and then I sold it like 4 or 5 days later for like $600,000-700,000, 650,000 to Sony, and that paid for my car. I got back into the car business. I got back to driving. I upgraded my Discman. Paid back the credit cards I owed money from the 90s because I was still fucking maxed to the credit cards. It paid all my debts, and that was the breakthrough project. It sold to Sony.